Hey guys, so I'm here. What's that? I come in here every now and then for my prayer wheel hour, but I'm doing a video to kind of give you a little bit of an inside scoop into um, two aspects of the prayer wheel. And then the other, probably in about a week or so, I'll probably do another two that I finished in. But the two that I wanted to share with you today, and these are the two that um, I'm going to mostly give you guys a bit of an inside scoop as to what I do, but I'm going to give a little bit of a brief description. So basically, the first one is singing. And I think this has probably been the hardest form, just because there's like so many songs and everything, and I try to get to about like maybe three or four, and I've cut a little bit of a better selection. One of the songs I do is I do the doxology. That's a good one. I do Amazing Grace. But I actually wanted to do two where I do Lord, I lift your name on high, and I also do He's got the whole world in his hands. And I'm going to do each song 3 times, and then I will talk about the other form, and I'll also kind of share with you a bit about kind of the backstory of it. So I'm going to do some singing. So feel free to channel along if you want to. Okay. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love singing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. Alright, so that's the first song. The second song that I will show you is 3 verses of He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the birds of the sky in his hands. He's got the fish in the sea in his hands. He's got the birds of the sky in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got everybody here In his hands he's got you and me, brother. In his hands he's got everybody here. In his hands he's got the whole world in his hands. Okay, so that is the singing. The next one that I find very interesting and fascinating with the prayer wheel that my mentor gave me is that of meditation. Now, meditation, before you guys decide to click off here, meditation is a taboo word that I find very, very fascinating. It's a word that I think we all, try to avoid, especially when it comes to Eastern ways of thinking. Now, the only form of like quote unquote Eastern ways of thinking when it comes to meditation is the idea of detaching myself from my false self or the sin, as it were. Detach myself from the sins, past, present, future, and surrender them to God. And then kind of transitioning to Hebrew meditation, which is the idea of filling my mind with everything that's good, true, pure, virtuous, and praiseworthy. And this is actually a meditation. So this is something that I have also been slowly evolving. So one of the things that I do is I recite the Lord's Prayer 3 times. I then recite a prayer known as the Serenity Prayer, which I have done ever since I have found it in a book that I read a while back called Growing in Wealth and Wisdom, which I would highly recommend. But then there's another way of meditating that I have wanted to incorporate into my time of meditating with the prayer wheel, and I actually want to read it to you really quick before I tell you how I incorporate it. So it's Psalm, I believe is Psalm 30. I know it's in the Psalms. Let me see if I can find it in concordance. So, I want to find it again. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is literally gonna kill me. I literally have to find it, but it's it's the psalm where it says, "Be still and know that I'm God." And I used to, when I was presented with this prayer wheel, I used to say the stanza, "Be still and know that I'm God," in between 5 to 10 times. And I'm like, there has to be another way that I can say this where he walks you patient through their and everything. I'm frozen, apparently. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Sorry about that. I think froze. Let me try. froze on me. So yeah, I wrote it, so I know that I did it. It was almost as if when I saw it, as if the spirit me that is should do it. And I'm like, okay. Basically, how it works is you say the verse, "Be still and I am God" 4 times, but each time you say it, you decrease in some of the wording, and then in between each stanza, you say it the first time, the second time, and third time, and fourth time. You breathe in and out times names being Yahweh. Just like with the singing meditation, you can feel free. Basically, you just want to just go still and know that He is God. Be still. As I would go through the different stages of the prayer wheel, increase the wording, but you also breathe in and out one of God's names, Yahweh, which for those of you who don't know, it's supposed to be WH and the A and the E for week. But want to kind of talk in depth regarding 2 other aspects of the prayer wheel that I find really, really interesting. And they're actually technically 4, but I'm putting them into 2 just because they're similar, somewhat different, putting them into 2. Accessory slash but yeah, so just let me know what you think. Share this, and I hope if you try this in the spirit and just the awareness of